love everything that Jason stands for. You know, his mindset, his work ethic, his want to, his grind, all of it is off the charts. And to see him go out there and have the success he had was awesome. Now it's just a matter of stacking together good days for him. But I thought his performance overall was pretty darn good, and really excited to see him get better as the year goes on and continue to stay healthy and contribute, and really more for him than anything else. As far as
Kind of piggy.
the press coverage question part of it, there wasn't a lot of opportunities for him to get up there and press last week. There were a few. He's coming along really good in that regard. You know, he's got great patience at the line of scrimmage. He's got very, very strong hands, and his foot speed is off the charts. So, he is right in that usually the feel of all that stuff is the last thing to come. But he's been all the way through training camp and all. He's been getting better every day. So we're so excited for him.
Robert, it's only been one game, but did Verrett show you enough in one game that he is a candidate to be out there, even when Richard Sherman comes back from injured reserve, that he could be a starter?
You know what? To be honest, I'd take it one game at a time. You know, for him, it's I don't want to put pressure on him to think he's got to do anything to prove anything. His whole thing the whole thing for Jason is just to find a way to get better every single day and continue to stack up good days, and everything will take care of itself. And so. For Jason, I love where he's at mentally. He's having fun out there. He's competing his tail off. So it's don't want to put the cart in front of the horse quite yet, and but just give him the opportunity to just go play and compete.
Robert, sorry, I have one more Jason Verrett question for you. Just going back to last year, I'm sure he was obviously disappointed that he wasn't able to stay on the field last year. How did he handle all of that, and what was his mentality like just through that process to get back to where he is now?
I don't know if there's a guy in this. There are. I don't want to take away from other people, but what he's been through, both mentally and physically, and what he's had to go through, the roller coasters, the ups and downs of trying to get back to the football field. I don't know if there's a lot of empathy in the world aside from the people that are in the locker room with him, and to see his grind and what he does and what he stands for. You have an entire organization cheering him on, and we love what he's doing, and it's beyond just the playing ability. It's just what he's been through and how hard he stuck to it, and all the things that he's had to go through, and the trials and tribulations that he's had to endure. So he's couldn't be happier enough for him, and I pray for him, the individual, that he continues to have good health and continues to get better.
Robert, I have another one on Jason Verrett, and not to sound flippant, but just given that he does have the injury history and everything that he's gone through, how do you weigh that when you make the decision to have faith in somebody to potentially be somebody who's going to have to start games, just given what's happened to him the last few years?
So there's two types of people in the world. There are those who have belief where they need to see things happen before they actually think it can happen, and then there's those who have faith, and they're the ones who can see it happen before it ever does happen. And for Jason, you already hit it. How do you have faith? You have faith in that he's going to string together games. Now, does that mean not having people ready and continue coaching people and everyone in the building? And there's nobody who's immune to an injury. He's just gotten bad luck over the last couple of years with the injury bug, and no different, knock on wood, than Jimmy. He had a string of bad luck, and then organization put a lot of faith in him because we knew what type of player Jimmy would be if he could just string together a year. Same thing with Tart. Same thing with K'Wan Williams. You can go down the list for guys that this organization has put a lot of faith in, and it's no different for Jason. And when his string of bad luck ends with these injuries, you're going to see a phenomenal football player. And so, but that doesn't stop us from coaching everybody equally and understands it's part of the game. And but yeah, so there's preparation always. But hopefully I answered your question.